Urbanization. The population shift from rural to urban areas. Metropolitan. Expansion. Industrialization. The present day is a time of rapid urbanization and population growth. Urbanization can endanger wildlife by destroying their natural habitats. Some ornithologists study the impact of urbanization on bird populations. Heat wave. A period of abnormally hot weather than usual. Hot weather. Dog days. Hot spell. The intensification of the heat wave led to record-breaking temperatures. The city faced a barrage of power outages during the summer heat wave. The heat wave resulted in numerous cases of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Eco-friendly. Earth-friendly or not harmful to the environment. Environment-friendly. Viable. Green. The new policy would not only be efficient but would also be eco-friendly. Our new eco-friendly engines promise better fuel consumption than before. For the environmentally conscious guy, there are even some eco-friendly choices. Emission. A substance that goes into the air. Discharge. Radiation. Transmission. Burning fossil fuels releases emissions that are harmful to the environment. Organic farming prevents the emission of toxic chemicals into our water and air. Many countries are reluctant to cut emissions if it means sacrificing economic growth. Contamination. The process of making something dirty or poisonous. Infection. Degradation. Pollution. The food products will undergo inspection to check for any contamination. Microbial contamination can cause food spoilage and foodborne illnesses. There is a high level of environmental contamination from radioactive waste. Recycling. Process of converting waste into reusable material. Reutilizing. Reprocessing. Regenerating. Recycling is saving landfill space as solid waste such as bottles and cans. Recycling the waste from our increased consumption is better than burning it. Recycling helps control environmental pollution by reducing the need for waste dumps. Logging. An act of cutting down trees on a large scale. Deforestation. Chopping. Cutting down trees. Constant logging threatens to wipe out the little that is left of the rainforest. People are cutting down thousands of acres of rainforest through illegal logging. Illegal logging is happening and huge areas of land are being cut down every month. Conservation. Careful preservation and protection of something. Preservation. Protection. Maintenance. The Bat Conservation Group worked to protect endangered species. The team launched a week-long campaign to promote energy conservation. In many countries, water conservation is essential during the summer months. Toxic waste. Any unwanted material in all forms that can cause harm. Industrial waste. Nuclear waste. Atomic waste. The toxic waste dump is a potential source of groundwater contamination. The factory had accidentally released a quantity of toxic waste into the sea. Dumping toxic waste into rivers and oceans is a form of ecological terrorism. Ecology. The relationship of living things to their environment. Biosphere. Ecosphere. Natural world. The oil spill caused terrible damage to the fragile ecology of the coast. Wetlands are often used for research in ecology and environmental science. The tidal action can also affect the ecology of coastal wetlands and marshes. Topography. A detailed map of the surface features of land. Landscape. Geography. Terrain. The map provides valuable information about the topography of the area. The topography of the river's basin has changed significantly since the floods. The topography of the region is known for its amazing views and scenic beauty. Carcinogenic. A substance that is likely to cause cancer. Deadly chemical. Health hazard. Poison. Research has shown that many of these preservatives are carcinogenic. These have a carcinogenic effect on many animal species, including primates. The government issued a warning about the carcinogenic effects of smoking. Diversity. Many different things exist together in a group. Variety. Multiplicity. Range. The island has more diversity in plant life than other islands nearby. Our organization believes in encouraging cultural diversity, not diversion. Filled with diversity, my neighborhood contains plants of many different species. Ozone layer. A layer of air high above the Earth that contains ozone. Stratosphere. Upper atmosphere. Ozone shield. The ozone layer provides us with protection from the sun's harmful UV rays. Global warming could be accelerated due to the thinning of the ozone layer. Because of the excessive pollution in the area, the ozone layer is being depleted. Extinction. A situation in which something no longer exists. Obliteration. Destruction. Extermination. An operation is beginning to try to save a species of crocodile from extinction. The extinction of certain species can be caused by overhunting or overfishing. We must conserve natural habitats to prevent the extinction of various species. Global warming. A gradual increase in the Earth's temperature. Global heating. Climate change. Climate crisis. Heedless destruction of the rainforests is contributing to global warming. A rising level of greenhouse gas emissions is associated with global warming. It is impossible to predict what the eventual outcome of global warming will be. Aquifer. An underground layer of water bearing. Groundwater. Reservoir. Fountain. The aquifer's water is used for irrigation, drinking, and industrial purposes. As the population grows, the demand for water from the aquifer increases. The aquifer's water quality is being threatened by nearby industrial activities. Renewable energy. Energy comes from natural sources or processes. Solar energy. Wind energy. Hydropower. Harnessing power from water is another way to generate renewable energy. Renewable energy will become progressively more important as time goes on. Renewable energy is energy produced by wind and sun, and that will never run out. Flora. All the plant life present in a particular region. Vegetation. Foliage. Plant life. Dry land regions are often characterized by their unique flora and fauna. The local flora and fauna have adapted to the unique climate of this area. The province contains rich areas of biodiversity of a range of flora and fauna. Husbandry. The cultivation or production of plants or animals. Farming. Agronomy. Agriculture. Livestock farmers utilize husbandry systems to optimize feed efficiency. Sustainable agriculture relies on the utilization of husbandry frameworks. The use of precision agriculture is a key component of advanced husbandry. Poaching. Catching and killing of animals without permission. Killing illegally. Hunting. Intruding. Poaching is a crime that can have serious consequences for the environment. Hunting and poaching can endanger the biodiversity of certain animal species. The suspect was arrested by the park rangers for poaching endangered animals. Fossil fuel. Fossil fuels are the fuels formed by natural processes. Gasoline. Crude oil. Natural gas. In recent times, agriculture has become a major fossil fuel energy user. Some natural resources, such as natural gas and fossil fuels, cannot be replaced. A theory that said that the burning of fossil fuels was dangerous for the environment. Erosion. The process of eroding or being eroded by wind or water. Corrosion. Weathering. Decomposition. The point here is that low yields may accelerate erosion rates considerably. Planetary scientists believe the problem is most likely the product of wind erosion. Experts believe that poor farming methods have contributed to increased soil erosion. Fauna. All of the animal life is present in a particular region. Animals. Creatures. Wild animals. The forest's fauna are safeguarded by local wildlife life protection laws. Forest logging has led to the destruction of the habitats of fauna in the area. Flora and fauna, in particular birds, are the victims of oil and other forms of pollution. Endangered. A type of animal or plant that has become very rare. Imperil. Jeopardize. Put at risk. Endangered animals are the main concern of the World Wildlife Foundation. This newly found island is maintained as a sanctuary for endangered species. Our legislation does not offer adequate protection for many endangered species. Food chain. A process of one living organism eats another organism. Food cycle. Hierarchy. Food web. Pollution is having a long-term impact on the food chain in the bay. The whole food chain is affected by the overuse of chemicals in agriculture. This new measure would clearly enhance food safety throughout the food chain. Biodiversity. Describe the enormous variety of life on Earth. Species diversity. Ecodiversity. Genetic diversity. If we lose biodiversity, some animals and plants might become extinct. Biodiversity can be measured in terms of species richness and evenness. The invasive species can pose a threat to biodiversity by altering ecosystems.